Good morning, YouTube. We have an M57 35D E70 X5, and I wanted to make this video just to quickly show you removal of engine mounts, because there's a lot of information out there, but I haven't really seen to show you. So I'm going to go really quick. This is not a DIY showing you absolutely everything step by step. I'm just going to tell you and explain to you what you need to do. That 18 millimeter nut that you see right there, I'm shining on it, little focus problems, but that one over there where my flashlight's pointing needs to be removed. Those Torx, if you could get to them from up top, great. If you can't, from the bottom, needs to be removed. Of course, it goes without saying, make sure you remove all the top air box before you could get to that. The engine mount over here on the driver's side, you have to remove the 18 millimeter nut. I cannot show you because there's the hoses and I don't have a third hand to show you, but exact same mirror image of the passenger side will be on the driver's side. Just straight down in this location, move a couple of those hoses and you will see. On the driver's side, make sure you remove the Torx because they're straight down, and it's easier to remove the Torx from up top than from the bottom for the removal process. Again, remove air box, remove all the underneath trays. The other thing that you have to do, the steering shaft. You can see it right there. That bolt right there, I'm shining on it. That one right there. Right there, where my flashlight is. That one needs to be removed so you could undo the steering shaft. I chose that location. There's actually a location further down around here that has a U-joint as well, but I found that location to be very easy. Make sure you mark it in case it moves so you know the position that the shaft was upon removal. So the other most important thing that you have to do is a bar. Make sure you have an engine bar, and I will tell you what I did. Again, you have to be a little bit creative when it comes to this, unless you have a 3-arm bar, but I did not. So you can see I have a screw here, it's a 2x4, and I put this screw in here so it does not move. And what I did, I'm not going to take this again because I don't have the hands. If you look over here, I actually wedged this over here. I undid this little windshield washer, and I put this over here. And with the other end was sitting in that area over there. So this gave me access to this, and I was able to lift the engine all the way up until I felt some resistance, until the transmission, I guess, hit the tunnel. So nothing was close to breaking, everything was okay. Again, at your own risk, make sure you are completely 100% sure that that is solid and there's no way it could slip. That's what worked for me. For others it might not work, or for others you might have the right tool or the right engine bar to make this work. You could also use a cherry picker, of course, would make life a lot easier. So once it's supported, let's go underneath and see what we got to do. All right, we are underneath the car. Car's on a lift. Everything is secured. Again, make sure bar's secured up top and everything is okay. Now, once you've removed all the belly pan and everything, the next thing you have to do is actually remove these little lower shields. And these are these over here. One on each side. They are held in by some 8 millimeter screws and some of these push pin. Once you've done that on both sides, time to remove the subframe bolts. Subframe bolts are as follows. Out of 6, number 1, number 2 is over there, and number 3, I'm just going away so you can see where I'm at, is over there, right there. Same thing for the driver. Again, position wise, 1 over here, 2 over here, and 3 over here. Once you remove those, if you haven't done it already, those torques are over there. Very hard for the driver to get them from below, but you can. That's why I said get them from up top. Passenger, you could get the torques right there and right there from the bottom, very easy. As you could see, something fell on the highway out of this one. So if yours is the same, then you know, everything will be the same. If not, feel sorry for you. I guess you'll have to work a little harder, and I can't help you out with that. But once you've removed that, the engine mount should be free. Now, the subframe. Once you undid the bolts, what I had to do is actually fully remove the driver's side. And the passenger side subframe bolts, I had them maybe about 4 or 5 turns left. You will think that they will not come out because there's not enough room. But trust me, they will come out. I thought the same. Passenger side one will come out and to the side. Do not try to lift it up and come with the ass first. It's not gonna work. So it needs to come out that way, and then you can pull it out. Same thing with the driver. The driver is super complicated because there's not enough space. You got the Flecto Guibo over there, and this one actually also has the uber rare active sway bar that makes things even more complicated. If you have this like I do, there's a 10mm bolt over here. You undo it from up top, actually, right there, and then that will give you wiggle room with these lines to move around. Once you do that, the same thing with this one, comes out like this. For additional leverage, take a crowbar like so and place it over here, wedge it in there, and try to get a little more leverage. Again, driver's side is going to be very complicated. Do not get discouraged. It will come out. For additional safety, I also used one of these, and I placed it over here just in case I didn't want anything to go wrong. But again, be very careful. It will eventually come out. You don't need to disconnect any arms or anything. I didn't have to. And installation is reversal of taking it off. So it should be pretty easy to do after you've done it. You do not need to remove anything as far as the steering rack or anything. I've read some things that you have to remove that. You don't have to. So just remove all the bolts on the driver's side to get a little more access to that. Keep these ones in almost threaded in. Be careful. Everything is hoisted up there and everything is solid. Hopefully this helped, and it makes your life easier than it did mine. Thanks.